You're freaking me out, man. I shouldn't have had those shrooms. You're doing that to me. Yeah. That's better. What about what's the theme? What? That Kotska, I'm pissed off.
Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
AJ
What's up?
Bokini, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'm hearing some weird noises over there. Are you doing like
No,
underarm farts like we used to do?
I'm good. I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, AJ, we got to talk about Mr. Bob's. Did you like your trip to Mr. Bob's? Let's hear it again.
Oh, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I highly recommend going there, even if you wanted to go there just to check out the environment. It's really a cool environment.
I am going Saturday morning to the outreach.
Yes.
I haven't been in like a while, and my soul needs some cleansing because believe it or not, just hanging around with Bulldog will do that to you. I am an innocent, church-going saint, but that fucking Bulldog, man, he messes with you all the time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Mr. Bob's, get some religion. The religion of Mr. Bob's. They need jeans, please. Sizes 28 to 44. Seasons are changing. Jeans are like all-purpose, all-weather jeans. Please help if you can. Also, Mr. Bob's is looking for volunteers this Saturday morning at the outreach. It's 7:45 is when you meet and huddle up. Get your assignments. You're done by 9:30. So it takes 30 to 35 minutes from Cedarburg as they call it, here. So you're looking at, probably a 7:15 to 10 a.m. commitment of your time on a Saturday morning, which you will get paid back in spades just because you will feel wonderful and get a little interesting perspective on what's going on in life.
And if you can't go to the outreach, I recommend going there. It's the drop off is 2 hours, 4 hours a week. Mondays and Thursdays. I recommend just going just to see what it's like.
Right. You don't have to go to both of them, right, AJ? You went one day. You went on Monday.
I went Monday, and it was excellent. I loved it. I went for an hour and 45 minutes. That was all it took for me to be hooked, and I loved it.
Okay, now you've known of Mr. Bob. You've seen his comments. That's the first time you met Mr. Bob in person.
Yes.
What is he like as a person? Describe him.
He's funny. I like Mr. Bob. His personality is very energetic. He knows what he wants out of the organization. He knows where he wants to go with it, and I absolutely love the mission of Mr. Bob. So it's good. I wish I had my T-shirt out here. I do. I have a T-shirt and a hat for Mr. Bob. So
excellent.
So it's good. It's excellent.
Well, we'll get it on. And also, another thing for Mr. Bob's, the first time ever, you have time to register for the first ever Mr. Bob's Miles for Mr. Bob's Fun Run Walk, which is on Sunday, October 15th. So not this Sunday, but the following Sunday.
Yeah.
Love to see you there. Gather your friends and family and join the community to support the homeless outreach with a fun 5K run or 2-mile walk along the Menominee River Parkway. The first 100 adult participants will receive a special Mr. Bob's knit hat, right? Which you saw.
Yeah.
Did you get one of those? Did you get one?
I did get one.
I
did get one.
If I don't get one, I'm taking yours. That's it.
That's fair.
No, it's not fair. But check out Mr. Bob's on Facebook, Instagram, or on the website. There is a QR code you can easily enter, and it's going to be a lot of fun and for a great cause. Right?
Exactly. I highly recommend it. Um, Getting involved in Ozaki County has been the best thing that's ever happened to me. So I highly recommend getting involved in some way, whether it's Mr. Bob's, Mel's, or IDD. Um,
Family sharing is another great one.
Family sharing. There's so many.
Um,
There's so many.
Ozaki Food Alliance is great. Advocates of Ozaki, you can't swing a dead cat and not hit a worthy.
Or the cause.
Yes, here in Ozaki County.
If you go to the nonprofit center, for those of you who maybe haven't been there, if you go to the nonprofit center, there are so many great organizations in the nonprofit center. You can't miss whether if you go to one or two. You can't miss.
Right on, dude. Right on. You're usually not right, but right on, AJ.
I'm trying to be on tonight. I'm trying to be on.
You are. You're doing a great job. All right. Second up, Java House. Now, I know you don't like coffee, AJ.
Yes.
However, they have the best hot chocolate in the world. My dad was a hot chocolate connoisseur, and he used to I'd get him a cup of hot chocolate, and he'd just go, ooh.
I may have to schedule a ride down there one of these mornings just to check it out.
Well, one of these days we'll meet down there, so we'll have to coordinate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and we'll make sure. I can't think of her name. Oh my God, Lisa knows about it, and she'll welcome you. You have to wear. Do you have any earmuffs or earplugs or anything like that?
No, but I think I'm 31. I think I should be fine.
No. It's not what she says; it's how much she says. She's wonderful. Take your Mr. Bob's hat, wrap it around your ears. This should be good.
Okay.
But they have a fresh batch of fall flavored. They make the best flavored coffee beans. Now, Bulldog is a flavored bean fanatic. I like the good. I'm just old fashioned. I just like give me the straight stuff. But he likes it. And here are a few of the flavors they have. Pumpkin spice, hazelnut, maple vanilla, Highlander groggy, spooky spice, which is hazelnut and cinnamon, death by chocolate, and blueberry maple pancakes. You and I like blueberry pancakes, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
I sure do. They smell amazing and are smooth and delicious. That's like me, smooth, AJ. Don't you think?
Very smooth, very smooth.
Yeah, thank you. You have a great future in this business, buddy. They make a great gift, and don't forget snazzy tumblers to boot. So Java House, downtown Cedarburg. Go get some. Mel's. We talked about mussels for Mel's. They did a great job. The boys, Andy, Rossman,
Alec,
Quinn.
So many.
They did a great job of the mussels for Mel's things. I know Mel's got a lot of things going on. He's going to have a recap of the big pig roast. You went to Bags for Busick.
I did. That was excellent. 192 people. It was excellent. It was excellent. I liked how fast it ran. I mean, I didn't stay for the whole thing, but they were on point. They did an electronic scoring system, which was kind of cool.
Electronic scoring system?
Yeah.
For frickin' cornhole? What the hell? What's going on?
We are truly from Wisconsin. We've advanced to electronic cornhole now.
My goodness. All right, high-tech cornhole. Sounds kind of dirty to me, but all good. Right, AJ?
All good.
All good. All right, those are our peeps, our supporters, and we support them. If someone asked me the other day, you have an organization, a charity, a not-for-profit that needs some boost, let us know. Email Bulldog at the library. We will support you. We will promote you. We will get you on.
Email Bulldog. Email me. Either one.
You never answer any emails. I email you all day. You never answer.
I read. I read. Hey,
good.
Hey, shout out to Rand, by the way. He keeps sending me emails of the renovation. Speaking of email, my uncle, he keeps sending me emails of the renovation at my high school. So I have to look into those more often. So
Uncle Randy?
Yeah, he does.
I've lost a little respect for him. He got along well with Russ Meyer, and we know Russ is like a ne'er-do-well, so I'm a little concerned.
He did. So
very nice. All right, man. You said you had a lot of opinions. It's
Oh,
five.
man.
It's 5 minutes early. Are you ready to roll?
Yes, yes. You know, to all Brewer fans, I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I'm sorry it happened again.
What happened again?
Every year, we get to the playoffs, and either one or two things happen. Somebody gets hurt, which happened, or we forget how to hit the ball, which happened too.
AJ.
Yes.
Okay, here's a reality check. I'm going to ask you some honest questions. I want some honest, straight from the gut answers.
Yes. Yes.
About the Brewers, whom we have talked about all season long.
Yes.
There were many times during the season when we didn't think they were going to make, nor did they deserve to win the division based on the lineup that they have.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And we all said it was amazing that they won with that lineup, right?
Yep. All right.
All right. So with that lineup, even though I picked them to go to the World Series and win the World Series with Brandon Woodruff, what do you think this is really unexpected? Should we be surprised?
No. No, and I love the Brewers as much as anybody, but no.
You do.
I mean, you look at the Diamondbacks on that side. Corbin Carroll is just a different dude. The rookie for the Diamondbacks, he's just different.
Mm-hmm.
You got Evan Longoria, who's been in a World Series, maybe even two, with the Rays. You got all the veteran leadership. You got their pitching was able to do just their bullpen shut the Brewers down for 14 and a third innings over 2 games.
All right, this is going to pains me to say this, but that's not that big of an accomplishment. They get on hot streaks.
Yeah.
But that lineup does not scare anybody, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm and I'm as big a Matt Arnold fan as anybody. But I have to ask this question. Jesse Winker did not play most of the second half of the season. Why did we put him on the postseason roster again? So he can strike out on twice on 6 pitches? That doesn't seem like a worthwhile move to me. I mean, I don't know. But I would rather see Rowdy in there. Somebody with an intimidating.
Rowdy?
Well, no, I'm saying, if I had to pick, not in there, but if I had to pick Rowdy or Winker, I'd pick Rowdy.
Okay, I get it. Let me ask you this, AJ, though. Do you think it's not – I mean, Matt Arnold, just much like we said about Counsell, has done an amazing job with what he's had to work with.
Yep.
You've heard me every once in a while. I'm Mr. Positive all the time, but every once in a while, a little negativity slips out of my mouth.
Right.
And one of the negatives is the owner.
Right.
If you're going to be in, you have to be in.
Yep.
So what? All right. We agree that they had a great year by winning the division.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
We agree with that.
Yep.
We agree they did a lot of good things, and it worked out really well. However, it's over, and we shouldn't be surprised, really, right?
No.
All right. And on top of that, here's the bigger question. Moving forward, is it ever going to change?
You know what? I don't think so. I don't think so. And the reason is let's go all the way back to spring.
Okay.
I don't know how to keep this PG without saying the truth.
Say it.
You pissed off the number 1 ace in the league. And, odds are he's not going to re-sign. So there goes one.
Would you?
No.
Okay.
I love, all my connections. I love Vinny. I love Steven.
Mm-hmm.
I love all those guys. But I wouldn't re-sign. If I'm Corbin, I'm saying, I'm out. I threw 8 no-hit innings against the Yankees. You couldn't give me a run. I threw. He threw about a, He threw 3 bad pitches on on Tuesday night, which weren't kill shots, by the way. I mean, they were hard hit balls, but they weren't anything special.
They got out of here in a hurry, AJ.
Yeah.
They were line drives. They were kill shots. Come on.
Yeah. But I'm saying.
He's had games though this year where he gave up 6 or 7 runs, and the team came back.
He gave up 6,
right,
and the team came back and won. But you got if I'm the Brewers next year,
mm-hmm.
I'm starting Jackson Chio in center field day 1.
What about Garrett Mitchell?
It's gonna be interesting. I think Weems is out if I'm the Brewers.
How old is Weems? Do you know, AJ?
He's a rookie, but I think he's out because I start Mitchell, I start Chio, and I start Yelich.
Okay.
Whoa.
What about Frelick?
You need a deep bench.
Okay.
I think you need a deep bench. And one thing, Frelick gives you all the ultimate defense, but he needs to work on his bat in the playoffs, slow down a little bit.
Yep.
I think, the challenge for young hitters is they got to make adjustments. They got to learn to make adjustments at bat to at bat. And it's a challenge for young hitters. But we saw yesterday what veterans do for you. I mean, our veterans. We didn't have many veterans this year. We had veterans we added, but we didn't have many veterans to start the year. So.
Right. Okay. So it's a depressing end of the season.
It is.
But I think that the depressing end for Brewers fans who have been through this, it's not like this was, I don't want to hear, oh, we've been through this before. I mean, about being disappointed. You shouldn't be disappointed because this happens every year because reality hits is what happens.
Yeah. Right.
And reality is that they don't spend enough money to have those pieces in place for when you need them.
Right.
So with that being said, I mean, a lot of bigger questions. A lot of people are saying, well, Counsell's signing tomorrow with the Mets. Do you think that will happen?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Honestly, the Mets situation had a bunch of veterans and was about as dysfunctional as they come. It was. Let's just call it what it was.
Yep.
They lost Verlander. You lose Verlander and Scherzer mid-season.
They traded him away.
I know, that's my point. Because the situation was so dysfunctional, they couldn't get anything for it.
But now they got Stearns, and that's all going to be swept under the rug.
Oh, yeah.
With a huge budget.
I know, Steve Cohen had the huge budget, blah, 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 blah.
I want Steve Cohen and Mark Attanasio to trade
ownership.
Oh, yes.
I think I don't want to compare sports, but let's look at the Brewers. The Brewers never swing and miss because they never swing. The Bucks swung and hit. And now look at the perception, the two different perceptions of the franchise. One is a small market stuck in a small market. One is a small market acting like a big market. Let's just look at the differences. So
absolutely, it can be done.
It can be done.
It takes someone with some cojones and deep pockets.
You gotta have guts if you want to win big. I mean, you're not always gonna win big just because of the market you're in. Look at the Chicago Bears. Or look at the Blackhawks when they had their reign of success. They hit on 3 rookies that all turned into stars, and they got lucky in the draft. So you just gotta have some luck, and you have some health too. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real.
Well, health, yes. completely.
Yeah.
But health happens to everybody. The problem is Brewers don't have anybody to bring in once someone's hurt.
Yeah, right.
The
They
first
don't-
time, I mean, everything has to go right for a small market team.
Yeah, right.
They can't get a key injury. They can't have bad luck. They can't get a bad bounce. Any of those things go against them. If that happens to the Yankees, or if that happens to the Astros,
I mean,
that happens to the Braves,
I mean,
Dodgers.
look at how bad the look at how bad look how look, I thought that we thought the Brewers were bad. If any of you guys caught any of the Rays series
Oh,
with the Rangers, the Rangers made a 99 win team in a small market look like they should have been in AAA.
all right. Here's some numbers for the Rays. They scored in 2 games 1 run in 18 innings.
Yep.
They committed 5 errors in 2 games. And the 2 games, the attendance for the 2 games, game 1, 19,704. Game 2, 20,198.
That's horrible. That's
The
terrible.
2 smallest non-COVID playoff crowds since 1919. So over 100 years it's been since there have been crowds that small at a playoff.
Let's just think of it this way. The Rays got in the stadium coming in 2028, and yet they still can't draw.
It's miraculous that they got that through, by the way.
Right. By the way, yeah.
All right. Let's go back to the Brewers.
Yes, sir.
I got a write-up from The Athletic. Brewers are built around their top 3 starting pitchers, Burns, Brandon Woodruff, and Freddie Peralta. Woodruff is a major question out for at least the wild card series after missing almost 4 months with right shoulder inflammation during the regular season. And only Peralta, whose contract includes Cub options for 2025 and 26, is under team control beyond next season. Both Burns and Woodruff are about to enter their final years of salary or arbitration before free agency. Burns, who has a 3.39 ERA and 32 regular season starts for allowing 3 homers in the Brewers' 6-3 loss to Diamondbacks, will receive a significant raise from $10.01 million. It is not out of the question the Brewers will trade him. Shortstop Willie Adames, earning $8.7 million, is another potential free agent after next season. The Brewers, lacking a top shortstop prospect close to the majors, potentially could replace him by moving Bryce Turang from second base. Turang, though, batted only .218 with a .585 OPS in his rookie season.
Yeah, you can't do that.
All right, hang on. The future is not entirely bleak. Outfielder Jackson Chourio, only 19, is the game's number 2 prospect, according to the Athletic's Keith Law, and has the potential as soon as next season to make the same type of impact Corbin Carroll did with the Diamondbacks. The Brewers farm system in Baseball America's midseason organization talent rankings was rated the game's second best after the Orioles. Chourio was one of 6 top 100 prospects, including outfielder Sal Frelick, who has since graduated to the majors. Perhaps Brewers owner Mark Attanasio will decide to make Counsell one of the game's highest-paid managers. Perhaps Counsell will decide he is too rooted in Milwaukee to depart, even though teams with greater financial resources are likely to pursue him. The Mets, now run by former Brewers president of baseball operations David Stearns, are looking for a manager. So are the Giants, Guardians, and Angels. Other teams could have openings.
Yeah.
So the outlook is not terrible.
The cover's not bad, is what you're saying.
Right, but it's not great.
No.
So Jose Ramon says this is entertainment. Thanks, Joe. Let's end the Brewers thing. Do you want to have a couple days to think about it?
Yeah.
Are you still a Brewers fan?
Oh, I will always be a Brewer fan.
Okay, that's number 1.
I'll always be a Brewer fan. And you know what? I'll say this. I'll always be a Counsell fan too. Whether he goes to a different team, I love the way he manages the game. I love the way the energy he brings. I think it'll just look a little different if he goes to a different team. But if he does, he does. If he doesn't and stays, I love it too. So.
Okay. All right. Still baseball, but moving on.
Yep.
Division series matchups.
Yes.
American League. Here's the weird thing about being a fan. Once your team is out, it's almost like
Whatever.
you're like, yeah, but now you root for who you like, right?
Yep.
So, American League series number 1, Orioles versus Rangers. Orioles are number 1, Rangers number 5. Who do you like in that one?
I like the Orioles because I like the Orioles because I like their catcher Adley Rutschman is a stud, and I think that Camden Yards will be rocking, and I just think they'll get it done. So I like the Orioles in the series.
I like the Orioles. I root for the Orioles. I used to hate the Orioles when the Brewers were in their division, the American League East. However, it's been a long time. The Orioles, AJ, I'm rooting for the Orioles, but I have a bad feeling their starting pitching ain't great, and the Rangers can hit. So I'm concerned about that one.
Yeah.
American League number 2, Astros versus Twins. Astros are number 2 seed, Twins number 3. What do you think?
I'm rooting for the Twins in that one.
Okay.
I know the Brewers big rival in the American League, but I'm rooting for the Twins. I love the atmosphere at Target Field. The last 2 days has been electric. Michael A. Taylor is one of the best center fielders in the game, and I love their energy. So I love everything about what Minnesota and it's somewhat of a small market too. So I like what Minnesota's done.
Okay. So you like the Twins and the Orioles.
Yep.
Well, okay. National League, number 1 Braves versus number 4 Phillies.
Give me the Phils in 6.
Oh, you really?
Yep.
All right, 2 years in a row, you say.
Give me the Phils in 6. I just like their experience. I like Castellanos. I'm not a big fan of Harper, but I like what he does. Brings the energy.
All right. I like the Braves in that one.
You like the Braves?
And I don't love them. I don't dislike them. I just think they're too good.
Yeah.
All right. National League number 2, Dodgers number 2 versus Diamondbacks number 6.
It all depends on the health of Gavin Moreno.
Who is that?
He's the catcher for the D-backs. For those who don't know, he got banged in the head last night against the Brewers. He's
not soon enough and not hard enough.
Yeah, he's he's the young catcher, but Carroll. I think Gallen and the pitching staff will hold up. I don't know if it'll be enough though.
I don't like the Dodgers pitching for once. They have too many guys hurt.
Really, that's true. That's true. They're getting up there in age,
and they got a gazillion dollars. But my heart and my wallet says Diamondbacks in this one.
Your wallet too, huh?
Well, in other words, I think they're going to win. I don't bet. But so who do you want and who do you like?
I want Arizona to win, but I like the Dodgers.
Okay. So to review, if your predictions hold after this series, after this round, it'll be Orioles versus Twins in the American League, and it'll be Phillies versus Dodgers. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, those should be good division round series. They all start Saturday, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Saturday or Sunday, maybe.
Saturday.
All right. Tonight, on right now.
Yes, sir.
Bears at Commanders.
Yes, sir.
Will you watch?
Yes, if I can figure out how to get my TV to work with Prime.
Okay. Is anybody there who can help you?
Yeah, TJ's here. We can get it on.
All right. Okay. God bless TJ.
I'm starting the Washington defense because I don't have any faith in Justin Fields.
After last game?
I still don't have any faith in him.
All right. Okay, fair enough. You think Commanders going to win then?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're starting their defense, so they better show up.
Who do you think is going to win?
I think the Bears are going to win. I think Fields is a little better than Howell is. So, although the Commanders took the Eagles to overtime last week, so
I think Commanders have it. That defense is going to crush the Bears' offense. I think. I just think
Yeah.
so. I'm thinking Commanders, but it's going to be an ugly game. I'd rather watch you, of course, than them. So,
Of course.
of course. All right. I have one more thing.
Go ahead.
Have you heard? Do you know who Evan Neal is, by any chance?
The offensive lineman from Alabama for the Giants, right?
Yep. Did you hear what some of the comments he made? Because they got booed off the field the other night.
Do share.
They were getting booed. They got hammered by Seattle on Monday night. They were getting booed, and Evan Neal. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You go ahead.
And he talked on air about somebody interviewed him, and he said, "Are you concerned about the team booing?" He said they were a bunch of bandwagon jumpers, the fans. And then he said, quote, "Why would a lion concern himself with the opinion of a sheep?" And wait, this one's just as good. Then he went on to say, "The person that's commenting on my performance, what does he do? Flip hot dogs and hamburgers somewhere?" So, needless to say, in New York, they weren't having that.
Oh my! Let's put it this way: he isn't exactly the highest paid. He's the highest paid offensive tackle on his team.
And their offensive line stinks.
Yeah, they do. Although Daniel Jones, I don't understand. Why do you look to run first? He always looks to run.
He's running for his life, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Did you see that video of the coach flipping the tablet after he was talking to him?
The offensive coordinator?
No, he's Jable. He's the head coach.
Yeah, damn. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's a big market that can be stuck in mediocrity for a while.
Mediocrity? They would have to both New York teams would have to ascend greatly to reach mediocrity.
Yeah, right. You're right.
They both stink.
They do both stink. You know who I feel bad for?
Please tell me.
Saquon.
Why?
Because the man is actually good at his profession.
Okay, and
they stink.
He went to Penn State. He went to Penn State.
I still feel bad.
He's on his own.
Exactly why.
If you go there, you're out, man. That's it. You get what you deserve.
Yeah. Wow. Breaking news just came across my phone. In regards to Chase Claypool, it said, Ryan Poles said, and I quote, "I wish him luck." Which probably means Chase Claypool is no longer going to be with the Bears.
What do you think? And you wanted the Packers to get him.
I did.
Sounds like now they'll have a shot at him.
Uh-huh. And guess what? I still won.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
No, you don't.
You need a veteran receiver.
What? You don't need that veteran. You know the veteran receiver we need? Christian Watson. That's who we need.
He's a second-year player. He's not quite.
He's a veteran. He was there last year. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
Is he ever going to play?
He better play. He's on my fantasy team. But I don't think he will.
Oh. Is there anything? Are you going to make me happy about anything tonight in the sports world, AJ?
No, I'm thrilled because I think I honestly think the Packers are going to win this week. I honestly think they're going to win this week, and Wisconsin is favored by 13. So against Rutgers, which makes me happy.
Okay, that makes you happy. That's good. There's two good things.
But our buddy Drew called me this afternoon. He wants me to get down to Chicago, so he called me. Drew, for those of you who don't know, was a guest on our show.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me. He said he wants me to come down to Chicago for a practice. So that'd be nice.
Excellent. Are you gonna be able to go?
I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him up on it. Yeah, I'm gonna take him.
Excellent. That would be fantastic.
So
Well, at least for you, not for the players.
no, it'd be fantastic. They got it. And yet he said, "Did you change your speech at all?" I'm like, "No." I said, "But you got 8 transfers, so they probably haven't heard before."
Right. Oh, nice shot, AJ.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good though. I mean, it was good. I mean, it's been a good day. So hopefully
Good.
we get some good news. Honestly, if you're a Packer fan, I know this is kind of against the rules. If you're a Packer fan, root for the Bears tonight. And here's my logic why.
Okay. Your logic is always interesting.
Washington is 2-2.
Okay.
They don't play the Packers this year.
Okay.
Logically, I think the Packers are going to finish with the better record than the Bears. I'm not quite sure that the Packers are going to finish with the better record than the Commanders without a little help. So I would root for the Bears tonight.
AJ, it's a little bit early to be worrying about who's going to have a better record or not. You just root for the Packers. Don't worry about anybody else, for God's sakes.
I know, but no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's what I do. But I know it's a little early, but
You are. There's been 4. AJ's already figuring out playoff odds. You are a scary man. My God.
Yes. I had a lot of time on my hands today, so I did write a season recap for the Brewers today. So.
Oh God, thank you. What about your book?
I got big announcement. I will be going to Watertown on the 19th of
October. Okay.
I'll be speaking to their student athletes.
Okay, that's excellent. That's not the book I was referring to, though.
Working on it.
All right. Do you start?
Yes, I do.
All right. That's all I want to know. All right. It's 7:37. You've sliced in 2 minutes into Patty's time. Do you want to stay for Patty, or are you booking?
I'm gonna book it tonight.
Okay.
But I will be around.
She's kind of scary. I don't blame you. You know, she's kind of a scary chick.
No.
She gets kind of mean. She gets a little ornery, and I've seen she scared the shit out of me more than once. I can tell you that.
I'm glad to know that, Jack. I'm glad to know that. I'm kidding, Patty. I'm kidding. But I'll be on tomorrow night.
Oh, good.
I'll be on.
You're gonna do your job 2 nights in a row for once.
Yeah.
That's great.
Homestead does not have a home game, so I'll be on tomorrow night.
Oh, so we're second choice, and you just
No. I'll be on tomorrow night because I'll actually be here. I'll be here at the house tomorrow night, so I'll be on, and that'll be good. So I'm excited.
Excellent. All right. Well, beat it. Get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
All right.
Peace.
And there's the other piece. There's Patty saying hi.
Patty.
Hey, how you doing, AJ?
Good.
Good. What do you mean you're not sticking around?
Yeah, I know.
You scared him. Your reputation precedes you.
No.
Yes.
I'm so big and bad.
Well, one of those two. She's a badass. All right, beat it, AJ. Get out of here. Enough of the long goodbyes. Mwah. Get off. All right.
Hey.
Patty.
Yes.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot.
What?
I know. It's kind of
no sales, no moves, nothing.
No, I'm still recuperating.
Oh.
But first thing, it is October, and October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So,
okay. Good.
Call Barb and donate money over.
Who's Barb?
It's Barb Fisher.
Okay.
Executive Director of Advocates of Ozaukee County. So, so that would be a good thing. Support them.
Yes. Very good.
What?
I said very good.
Yeah. And then the other thing is I've been doing some reading and investigating on De Beers pulling out of the laboratory-grown market.
Okay. Two very different subjects.
Yeah.
Before you go from one to the other. All right. So Domestic Violence Awareness Month,
Right.
which is obviously not celebrating domestic violence, but it is shining a light on it. If it's going on in your life, if you know someone that's going on in your life, what should someone do, Patty?
If they know somebody or if it's happening in your life, you call the 24-hour crisis line for advocates. And it is completely, it doesn't show up on any of your phone logs or anything like that. Or if you, there's no caller ID on it or anything like that. So it's completely safe. Don't have to worry about it. There's people there that are willing to help. They have shelter for you if you need shelter. And it's hidden. Nobody knows where it is. It's a hidden secret. So they're not going to find you. So it's just a very safe place to be if you're in that situation.
These are basically angels. Angels who are in the flesh, who are helping people, everyday people, with a really, really, really serious issue. And no matter what anybody says to you, nobody deserves to be abused verbally, physically. That ain't right. There is no excuse for it.
Right. And I'm glad you said verbally because, it's not just hitting somebody. It's verbally abusing. It's emotionally abusing. It's degrading somebody, putting them down. They isolate you from your friends, your parents. It's just a bad situation all the way around.
And you think, how could it happen? This doesn't happen around here. Well, you know what? It does happen. And it happens more than people realize. So, yes. So your experience, you know how quickly it happens and how hard it is to get out of. So an organization like Advocates of Ozaukee, if you're watching somewhere not in Ozaukee County, there are other excellent organizations around the country, around the world, who can help you.
Milwaukee, there's Sojourner Peace House. That's also a great organization.
You bet.
But yeah, it's my ex-husband. Everybody, when I divorced him, everybody was like, he was such a nice guy. He's so charming, so personable. Why are you getting a divorce? Well, as soon as the door closes, things change. And as wonderful and as charming as he could be to people on the outside, on the inside, it was not the case. So, and I'll be really honest with you. I have trouble, even when I say that I was in an abusive marriage, because he never hit me. and every time I say that, I go, he never hit me. And I stop and I think, well, that's stupid, Patty. You were still in an abusive marriage. He pushed you around. He told you, he told you things that you were just like nothing. You needed him, or you wouldn't have anybody ever. They break you down little by little by little, and it happens so gradually, so slowly, so subversively that all of a sudden one day you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I have to be this person's wife, mother, friend, everything. And you have no outside life because they have disengaged you from everybody. So it's just not just hitting. I mean, I remember when we would get into arguments and things like that, and I used to pray that he'd hit me just so I could show people I was hurting, so it's just, domestic violence is just a very strange animal, and it just does very strange things to you, yourself,
strange, insidious, terrible. So as bad, and you can hear it in Patty's voice, as bad as it is, there are people who are there to help.
Yep.
And if you don't know who to talk to, check out. I mean, even if you don't live in Ozaukee County, I'm sure Pat Fisher and her crew would help point you in the right direction for Advocates in Ozaukee. So it's a start. It
And
is a
you know,
start. One
people,
step at a time.
that's right. People always wonder why I call Michael Mr. Wonderful, and that's why, because he doesn't do any of those things. He treats me very well. He treats me like a human, so that's good.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. All right. Well, the important thing is, he's a great guy, and he's Mr. Wonderful, and that's great. So, and that's the other thing. There is a life on the other side.
That's
Just because this has happened to you right now doesn't mean that it always has to be like this. There is a way out, and once you're out, there are wonderful people who more than help you will love you. So there's that too.
I remember the day that I decided to move out. I was that was when I was the executive director at the chamber, and I was visiting a store in downtown Cedarburg, and I looked up and they had this sign, and the sign said, "And the day came when the pain to remain tight in the bud was greater than it took to blossom." And I read that and I went, "That's it."
That's it. Yep. Excellent. And look at you now.
Crazy as hell.
That's crazy as hell with patty points and fashion and jewelry and all kinds of crazy dolls and holy shit. Yes. See? Those are happy patty points, for God's sakes. So what? All right. So what's going on with De Beers? Let's get back to the other subject.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. For people who don't know, I brought up something. I saw a headline that said De Beers was pulling out of, and De Beers the biggest diamond player. For people who aren't in the industry, I mean, they're the biggest diamond I don't know if they produce, but
player is a good word.
Player in the world, and it has been for 100 years, right? Mm-hmm. So they got into the lab created diamond business, right? All right.
Which I thought was very odd when they did to begin with. When I first learned that they were going to be selling laboratory grown diamonds, I was really kind of shocked because I thought, wow, that I couldn't believe that they did that from the standpoint that the diamond dealers have such a strong organization and people that are very outspoken and very vehement about laboratory grown diamonds. I couldn't believe that De Beers was doing that in the first place. It was kind of like biting their nose to spite their face. It was stupid. So when they decided to get out, of course, they said the reason they were getting out is because the demand has fizzled. It's not. Right. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, and you've heard some silly shit. You've been on the show many times. We talk silly shit all the time.
Yeah.
It was sillier than that?
Yeah.
So what, I mean, why? For people who don't know, why is that silly?
It's silly because demand is not diminishing. First of all, the people coming up, they're more involved and they're more wanting to see a clean earth and diamonds in the laboratory. And they have perfected this now, are actually a much better alternative for Mother Nature than mined diamonds. And I struggle with this too, because, it does take a lot of electricity and things like that to make a laboratory grown diamond, but they now have this, they've done where they can do absolutely clean diamonds, making them in the lab. The other thing I struggle with is that while mining diamonds is abrasive to the landscape, it did, when I went to Africa, there were the poverty was just unimaginable. We see people in our country and we think they're living in poverty. That would have been Shangri-La to the people I saw in Africa who were in poverty. So the diamond mines were providing them an income. And of course, kids nowadays and older people, who are into saving the planet and all that stuff, this is a choice that they would like to see. They don't want to disturb the landscape for mining of diamonds.
Well, you brought up an excellent point, Patty, because get a point, Patty. That there's always a trade-off. It's like Electric cars. People think, oh, I'm going to get electric cars, save the environment. The way they have to make the batteries
Yes.
takes more out of the environment than gas guzzling cars do in 100 years.
Right.
People don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
They would rather do that. So, I mean, you have to enter anything saying, okay, if something sounds too good to be true, I mean, has there ever been a better saying than that? If something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
Right.
So there is a trade-off.
Yeah.
However, even though there's a trade-off, people are still, that's where the demand is going, right? I mean, it's like the tide has turned right now.
Right.
Is that correct?
You know, the younger kids that are graduating from college or getting into their first job or in their first 2 years of their career, you know, and they're getting engaged and married, you know, they don't want what we call a canardly diamond. And a canardly diamond is, you can hardly see it. It's so small.
Oh,
So,
I never heard that one before.
yeah,
I'm out of it.
that's a canardly diamond. I can hardly see it. So, they want a larger diamond. They want to show that they are excelling, that they are, they have value, they have worth. And a large diamond says that to people. It says, wow, you're making it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So with the younger generation, that's just coming out of college and into the workforce, first couple of years, they want to show that they're successful. And laboratory grown diamonds are much less expensive than a natural diamond. And I shouldn't say natural. Well, yeah, it is natural as compared to laboratory grown. But, you know, like a 3-carat diamond, a natural diamond from Mother Nature could be, you know, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. A 3-carat laboratory grown diamond, you know, you can get like for $4,000. So what would you rather have? A natural diamond by Mother Nature that is, you know, 10 points, not even a quarter carat, or would you rather have a 3-carat diamond? You know, I vote for the 3-carat diamond.
There you go.
So I find it very difficult to believe that they say that demand is down, because frankly, in my business personally, I have sold more laboratory grown diamonds than I can possibly. I never would have thought I would have sold that many laboratory grown diamonds, and I continue to sell them.
What you just said, Patty, is they're about roughly 10% of what a lab grown diamond versus a natural.
Mhm.
Excuse me, a natural one. So that's a huge.
Yeah, there's a huge price difference, and again, I know that the argument is made that, well, they're not going to hold their value, but then I make the argument, well, what is the diamond's value? If somebody's not going to buy it, you know, the Mona Lisa could be worth millions of dollars, but if no one's going to buy her, she's not worth anything.
Right. It's always, you're only worth what someone will pay.
Right. And so De Beers has had this fabulous marketing campaign, you know.
Yeah.
It was going to go love as many but who on them?
Yeah. It's okay.
You know, so they've done this great job marketing diamonds to people that, you know, you have to have a diamond and
To make it real.
Your wedding. And so who's going to, they have put it into the cherished category. So even if you get divorced, I always advise women, keep the diamond, get rid of the guy then. But a lot of women will give it back to the guy. So the guy, if he tries to sell it, he's not going to get it. He's not going to get anything for it either. Who is he going to sell it to? You know, so it's buying things or trying to sell something on the market if you are not in the business is very difficult, and you're not going to get a good price, period.
Okay, I'm with you. So, what's the happy thing? You always bring joy, Patty. You got to bring us some joy tonight.
Well, what happiness is, you know what? Just do what makes you happy. If you want a Mother Nature diamond, by gosh, go out and get a Mother Nature diamond.
By gosh, that's some strong language there, young lady.
Yeah, if you want a laboratory grown diamond, go ahead. The only thing that I have a problem with is don't ever sell a laboratory grown diamond as a Mother Nature diamond. that's wrong. So
There's no reason to.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. And
It's what's Patty the difference between, because just what you just said, lab grown diamond and a CZ with cubic zirconium, which
totally different.
all right, what's up? What, please?
So
In layman's terms, not your gemologist.
it's kind of hard to explain it that way. Well, okay. For example, there are synthetic stones and there's simulants. Okay, a synthetic stone, because there are synthetic diamonds, synthetic rubies, synthetic sapphires. Okay, these are all synthetic stones are made in a laboratory. They have the same physical, chemical, and optical properties of the natural stone.
Okay.
A simulant, like a cubic zirconia, is a stone that's trying to look like the diamond or the sapphire or the ruby, but they have totally different chemical, physical, and optical properties. They're a completely different stone. And the best way to explain a laboratory grown anything, or especially like with diamonds, anything to people is, okay, glaciers, Mother Nature has glaciers, and that's a whole big piece of ice, right? Well, if we go into our freezer, we've got a whole bunch of ice in there. They're both ice. One was made by Mother Nature. The other was made by man in a refrigerator or freezer.
Excellent.
So that's the difference. And
okay.
And there's synthetic sapphires and rubies, and certainly, if you've got a 3-carat sapphire or a 3-carat diamond that is, wonderful, certain by Mother Nature, certainly it's going to be more expensive. It should be more expensive, because to find one in that carat weight by Mother Nature, you're smiling at me like you're
no, because you're right. I mean, I guess what you're saying is, or what I'm hearing is, it doesn't mean you're an idiot if you buy a natural a diamond that's been mined. It's just different. It's just different, and you just need to understand the differences. If you're an informed potential buyer, and it's just like you said, it's only worth something if someone will pay for it, but it's also worth something to you if you value it and pay for it. So someone can't tell you it's not worth it. I always think that's the biggest bullshit argument ever. If it makes me feel good, if this is what I feel, and I buy a branded whatever or whatever it is, it doesn't have to be even product. If it makes you feel good and it's legal, even if it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. Then it's worth it, and no one can tell you that it's not worth it. Exactly. So your point isn't don't do this or don't buy that. It's just no, and no going in.
Right.
Right.
And jewelry is not an investment anyway. I don't care what anybody tells you. Jewelry is not. It never will be an investment.
That's how you know Patty's an honest jeweler. For God's sakes, someone will tell you that you're gonna get your money back. You sell it. No effing way. No, that's not why you buy it.
No.
If you're buying it for that reason, you're buying it for the wrong reason. Buy something else.
Right.
Buy some. No,
buy some stock. Then, if you want an investment, buy some stock. Jewelry may be an investment in yourself.
Yeah. In your mental well-being. Yeah.
Certainly,
I get it.
Monetarily. But just for example, last week I had a young guy come in, and he was getting engaged, and he had very little money. And he wanted to get her something so nice. And of course, he made the rounds to all the stores, and everything that he looked at was way out of his price range, things that he liked. And I said to him, have you ever thought about a laboratory grown diamond? And apparently nobody had told him about it. And so I told him about it. And he was like, wow, that sounds great. Can you get one in for me to can you get an engagement ring in for me to look at with a laboratory grown diamond? I'm like, yeah, of course. I'll have it here tomorrow. And he came in. I was able to get him into a 1-carat diamond, in a laboratory grown diamond, in 14-karat white gold. And it was a beautiful, beautiful ring. Now, he knows it's a laboratory grown diamond. He stayed well within his budget. And he was so proud to give her that ring. He came back with her because she needed to get it sized. It was a little too big. She was beaming. He had told her it was the laboratory grown diamond. And
that's the key. Everybody's got to know.
Yeah. And she was so happy, so excited. I mean, she just saw big, and it was
Mhm.
and sparkly, and it was great, and she was loving it. And it just, it's just something. It's like another, like, you know what Terry Chandler said it best. It's another product category. That's all.
That's romantic.
Yeah.
God. Okay. Celebrate love. It's another product category.
Well, basically, that's what it comes down to, isn't it?
Oh, God. You're beautiful, Patty.
But anyway, so yeah, so it just it makes me feel good that I was able to supply him with
Sure.
something that made him feel good, and his fiance. So that was a happy moment.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's happy. See, I knew we could do it. Bring it back around.
Yeah.
All right. Serious shit, but it's important stuff.
Important stuff. Yeah. Exactly.
October is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of resources. Feel free to reach out. Reach out to any of us. We'll help you. But Advocates of Ozaki is a great starting point.
Yeah.
Diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, natural diamonds. It's up to you, but no, go in. It just makes you a smarter consumer, for God's
Right.
sakes. So doesn't mean you don't love anybody any less or any more either.
No, they are diamonds. They
Yes.
are diamonds. Like
They
I
are
said,
diamonds.
ice in
All
the
right.
freezer, ice in your freezer.
All right. Now, next week, you're on Wednesday. What's the stone of the month?
What? Oh, we're in
October.
October.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was like, what month are we in? Opal. Opal is the birthstone for.
Huh?
Oh, remember? Do you remember our friend Harold Hodge?
Why does that name? Like, it's ringing a bell, but a very faint ring.
He was the guy from Australia that had the opal.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to have any opal displays? There's like a Halloween pumpkin walk. Are you going to be out there? I hope not. With some opals, you can. No.
No,
Black licorice.
No, I won't be there for. I mean,
Okay.
I'll maybe do the walk, but I'm not going to have the store open.
Good.
But
All right.
incidentally, I am considering. Yeah, I am considering opening up my shop maybe a couple of days a week for a couple of hours, because I've been getting, much to my surprise, a lot of people seeing my little sign out front and coming in and kind of knocking on the door and saying, I don't have an appointment, but can I come in? And I'm like, yeah, sure, come on in.
Patty, as always, you have not changed. You're such a tease. You're like, you just tease them. Maybe I'll let you know about it. I don't know. Oh, come on. Come on. All right. Well, when are you going to decide? Or have you decided?
I haven't decided completely.
All right.
Oh, but one thing I have decided on that we can say is the Facets Jewelry Design Competition is underway.
Is it underway? All right. Well, you didn't talk about that.
I saw one girl's creation already, and it is phenomenal.
Nobody else should enter then.
Phenomenal. I'm sorry.
Then nobody else should even bother entering, or
no. Other people should, but they're going to have some competition with hers. This is good. I'm going to the high school tomorrow morning. If you want to join me, I'll be up there at 8:00, taking videos of the kids working, so I can post it on social media.
Nice, excellent. Patty's a machine. She just never stops. All right, and we're going to talk at some point tomorrow, probably late morning if you're available.
Yeah, I'm available all day tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So next week we're going to cover facets more. We're going to talk opals next week. We're going to be on Wednesday on your regular day next week. Everything's going to be different next week. So there.
There you go.
All right.
The same.
All right. You got any words of wisdom? See ya. Be smart. Be a smart consumer. Be a smart person in a relationship. Love is one thing. Don't mistake it for something that it's not.
And my favorite quote of all time: age may wrinkle the face, but lack of enthusiasm will wrinkle your soul.
You just crushed me. I thought you were going to say that your favorite quote of all time was "No parking in rear." Ooh, that sounds painful. On that note, everybody's like, what the hell is that talk? Don't worry about it. Have a laugh. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your life. Be back for Patty next week. Patty, we love you. Thank you. Enjoy. Mwah, mwah. Love you very much. See you next week. Darling, I can't wait to see you again without Bulldog. It was wonderful. Have a good night. See ya.